Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports. As you've seen, this is the Bermane Stiverne versus Deontay Wilder 2 media workout review. For those of you who haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, rate, comment, like. I like to use real life situations and situations that I can talk about personally. We'll take a different angle about this particular workout and take it a little deeper, because I think sometimes you can listen to the same old things, the same old people saying the same old things, and it becomes redundant after a while. Now, the power of a hater is very, very, very influential. More influential than you probably could imagine. Let's say, what's this got to do with Bermane Stiverne's media workout? Give me a chance and I'll explain. Power of a hater, the power of people that tell you you can't do something, the power of people that tell you you're unable to do something, the power of people that tell you you're not good enough, you were never good enough, you're too slow, you're too fat, your hands, you got too slow hands, and you're sluggard, and you're not good enough, and you'll never be good enough. And they hate when people snub you, when people ignore you, when people don't give you the respect that you deserve. That's a painful feeling. That's even more a painful feeling when you're getting snubbed and you've been ignored because you made a mistake, because you got it wrong. Because at one point you were at the top in this situation, and then after 36 minutes, what you had has all gone. But what you don't realize is that loss is going to seep in further into your life than you could ever imagine. Here I'm talking about Bermane Stiverne. One of the reasons why I enjoy doing interviews is that, or talking to people, in the case of someone like Stiverne, it's not an interview anymore, it's a conversation. I said, why do you like to do conversations or have conversations with people? And I said, because I want to get to know them. The whole purpose of an interview or talking to me is to get to know that person. Try to walk the path that person has walked. Try to be alongside them, kind of be their shadow, kind of, you'll never be them, but feel their pain, understand where they've walked, see where they've been, and kind of see potentially what might happen. To those people out there that are, well, I don't want to see Bermane Stiverne fight Wilder. Yep, talking to you people. Oh, don't know why he's contender. It shouldn't be mandatory. Those people. Stiverne, shit fight. He's a bum. Those people. Any one of those categories that you fall in, the media that have more or less ignored him and have been forced to look at it now because it's media workout time and press conference and then the fight. The thing is this, all this contributes to somebody who wants to put things right. And you have one goal, one target, not 5 or 6 targets. You're not chasing Anthony Joshua. You're not chasing Big Baby Miller. You're not chasing Chris Arreola. You're not chasing Vladimir. You've got one target and one target only. And that is to become the heavyweight champion of the world again. But it's just more than that, because it's not just hate you're getting or bad blood you're getting from people outside. Your own opponent you don't feel great about. It's a personal thing. So when you're in that gym, your one focus is to watch that man and watch him intently You train every morning, every noon, and every night. You're training and you're training and you're training. And you pick up like habits. Habits. This has become a habit for Stiverne. It's become a habit for him for this fight. He wants redemption. He wants to prove he can do it. Now I remember, I'm taking you a while back, way back, Evander Holyfield. He just beat Bobby Ches. He looked terrible when he fought Bobby Ches. And people said to me, he's gonna fight Tyson. Tyson's gonna murder him. I said, you know what? Evander Holyfield looked at Evander. I said, Holyfield's ready. But he said, no, he's not. What did Holyfield go and do? He went and caused one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight boxing. Yeah, but Wilder's already got a victory over Stiverne. Yeah, I know. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. I'll keep on repeating it. If Stiverne was dehydrated, as confirmed by Rick Glazer. If he was dehydrated, then what you've basically seen is a shell of a fighter getting beaten up and still not being able to get knocked out. A shell of a fighter. What does Wilder take away from that? A win, confidence, or false security. If he really believes it's an excuse, if Wilder really believes it's an excuse from Stiverne, and he believes, no, Stiverne wasn't dehydrated, then fine, it's okay. And other people out there say, oh, well, you know, the dehydration, what's Stiverne getting dehydrated for? It doesn't matter now. It really doesn't matter. Because Saturday night, when Stiverne hits Wilder on the chin, we're going to find out whether that was the same guy that fought the first time round. And if Wilder responds the same way, then we could say maybe he wasn't dehydrated. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact, from what I've seen in the workouts, it's a different man. He's been out in the ring a long time. I know. But that's a man that's been harnessing his craft and making adjustments and making changes. While on the other hand, the other guy has been fighting not great opposition and it's been focused on Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker, Dillian White. More or less, has been pretty distracted. Is Wilder 100% on the job, talking about retirement and all the rest of it? Is he 100% on the job? He needs to be. Because I'm telling you something now. Some of the things I saw today in that workout, the head movement, the speed of hand, the body language, that's a man that's going to be prepared to walk through walls to become champion. And I predict this from Stiverne. I expect to see the Stiverne from the amateur days. That's the Stiverne I'm expecting to see. The Bermane Stiverne that fought Price and Hellenius in the amateurs. That Stiverne, who's quick, slipped inside, got past the jab. Both guys are big punches in the amateurs. And both probably had a better jab than Wilder, to be honest. And fundamentally better than Wilder in the amateurs. See, when you're just focusing on one thing and you've got all these haters around you, you've got all these people that don't expect you to do well, it gives you a fire to do and be successful. I could probably talk about many occasions where people still continue to either hate or snub you or not treat you with the respect you deserve. But guess what? They're the same people that put the right fire up at me to keep me going, to motivate me. Yeah, I'm self-motivated, but sometimes you need to kick up the arse. Sometimes you need that spark in you to go beyond. And recently, another individual crossed my path just to spark that up again. So I understand what it takes. I understand. And for some reason in the boxing world, people don't use real life analogies outside the ring to have an idea what's going to happen inside the ring. And what I've seen here What you're seeing in Bermane Stiverne there, all you guys that are hating, for whatever reason, you have created that guy come Saturday night. And if that guy ends up going on to defeat Wilder, you know, you're a part of that. You should just left the guy alone. That's why I'm seeing it here. The guy looks dangerous, very, very dangerous. Hand speed's on point, head movement's good. Of course, this is all media workout, but he's a lot sharper than he was when he was champion. And some people are better challengers than champions, and some people are better when they become champion. This might just be a one fight deal. It just might be this fight. And if I were Wilder fans, I'd be concerned. I would be concerned. This is, you know, the guy that made Wilder look his best was Stiverne. Wilder hasn't looked, as far as I'm concerned, as good technically boxing since that first Stiverne fight. On the jab, boxing, moving, shooting the jab, shooting the right hand, moving from side to side. Looked brilliant that night. He hasn't looked the same since. And he himself has been out the ring for a while as well. So a lot of you won't listen to what I'm saying. I understand it. You guys are kind of fixed on Wilder versus Joshua. But upsets are in the card. Are in the word upset is in the dictionary for a reason. And Stiverne looks better than he did for the first fight. I know that they've been working on some new things, and those are the things they're only the things they're showing you. And I think it's going to be Stiverne's amateur, not his professional experience, but his amateur experience that's going to help him in this fight. I really do believe that. But I believe this fight is going to be savage, absolutely savage. I think a lot of people sleep in this fight. It's going to be absolutely savage. For as long as it lasts for either man, it's going to be absolute savage. And it's going to be the battle of wills. That's the way I'm seeing it. And a lot of people are sleeping on this fight. I'm telling you, this is going to be a savage fight. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just don't see why so many people are sleeping on this fight. Let me just check and see. You're saying the connection's going. Let's check and see the connection here. Let me just have a check. Let me check something because people are suggesting the connection's not great. Let me check. Because it's me, my end. It's out. A shell of a fighter. No, it's okay. So, let's see what people are saying in the room. Greetings. My connection comes and goes. Okay. Bye-bye, Stiverne. Just a bad stylistic matchup for him. The Haitian is going on permanent vacation. Okay. If Wilder whoop his ass, I really think he should get a lot more credit because I'm a Bermane fan as well. And I had a 50-50 fight I wanted to see. Bermane fight everyone else so he can fight better than people think. Hi, Ingram. Do you ever sleep? LOL. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Eugene. Thank you very much. Do you want to pop in and have a chat, Eugene? Be nice to hear what you have to say. I'll send you a link and we can talk for 15 minutes if you'd like. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. I'll send you a link via your what do I know about Prince, mate? What Prince are we talking about? The singer Prince? If it's a singer Prince or the boxer Prince? Let me get my man in the room. Hold on. Let me get my man Eugene in the room. Let me find him a second. Let me send you the link, Mr. Eugene. There you go. Man's Bowes is around. I'm going to try and get some other people in the room as well. Okay, Eugene. I've just sent you a link for the show. So if you want to pop on for 15 minutes, you've got it. Yo, Ingram, if Stiverne wins, do you think it would be points or KO? Um, I want to say something about footwork. If you make a man miss and you step inside, that's footwork. It's not about having fast footwork. Um, Ali had probably the fastest feet in heavyweight boxing. Fraser was able to catch him. Cooper was able to catch him. It's not about footwork. Often it's about slipping and getting inside, stepping inside and stepping to the side. Staverne, so I'm not concerned about Staverne's footwork, and for me, I think Staverne's footwork is going to be a lot better than people give him credit for. That's what I'm going to say. You're going to see a lot more a more flexible fighter for me. I think the fight goes like this: Staverne KO, Wilder. If anyone's going to win on points, it'll be Wilder. So for me, I'm going Staverne KO, Wilder points. James Prince, who Staverne was talking about, helped him with Mandarin's position. Oh, James Prince. James Prince is he's a mogul, isn't he? He's I think he's to do with the music industry. He is, but he's a bad man. So I understand. I don't know too much about James Prince, but he's a bad man. It means that he gets shit done, and as Staverne said, you get shit done. So James Prince also manages. I think he was managing Andre Ward and Bright Jennings. I believe he's still got Bright Jennings. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's a bad man. Staverne's hope is to land hard punches on body to slow. I don't believe that at all. I really don't believe. I'm not of the belief of that at all. There's nobody knows how much punishment Wilder can take. Like I said, a lot of people have got ideas based on the first fight. I would strongly advise people to forget about the first fight. Forget about that. Last fight was in 2015, January 2015. We're in 2017, close to 2018. A lot has happened since then. Wilder's had a few injuries. He's been out 10 months. And there's been a lot of stuff going on. You've had you've had all the different fighters, but the best fight he fought is the best fight he's fighting again. So that's how you got to put it. And you've got to look at it as it's a totally different fight. And that's why I think a lot of people are caught up in this first fight and looking at the first fight and saying, you see any footage of Wilder's camp? All I've seen of him is showing off in multiple press conferences. Who's his trainer? Have you not seen the footage today? They did a media workout today. Honestly, from following Staverne new in your page, I believe he could upset Wilder, like you say, mate. He is a live dog in this fight. Absolutely live. And a lot of people are very much caught on that Wilder versus Joshua talk. That's what it is. People want to see Wilder versus Joshua, and therefore they won't give this fight the attention that it deserves. I think early on in this fight, people don't understand. You need to go back and look at that footage of Staverne. Wilder's left eye swells easily, thus it's another target. You all need to go and look at this thing again. If Staverne is able to take away the right hand, if he's able to box and he looks like he's going to box more in this fight. If Staverne can take away the right hand of Wilder, take it away, you have a one-handed fighter. You have a one-handed fighter. I've been saying this before. You take the right hand away. There are many ways to take away the right hand. You can parry the right hand, you can slip the right hand, or you can land your own. You can make a person feel uncomfortable throwing a right hand, because if you stun them and you hit them and you hurt them, it's another matter altogether. So it's not like Wilder hasn't done the chicken dance before. It's not like he hasn't been hurt before. But I think Staverne's a bigger puncher than Molina. I think he's a bigger puncher than Duhapis. So I'm telling you, Staverne can KO Wilder. He can do it. I really believe he can do it. And it's not, I'm giving this fight. I'm giving this fight the respect it deserves. Yes, Wilder's reaches 8 to 8. Yeah, I know that. I never said that you can't box him, but he will. Okay, you can beat a person to a jab, or you can slip a right hand. When you're talking about outboxing, I'm not taking a step. This is not going to be. This is not going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. There's going to be no boxing match. It's going to be a fight. This is going to be savage because the fight's going to get pressed to the manner that's not normally been pressed before. Mr. Wilder, I believe they've got a strategy. They're gonna go back to Stiverne in the amateur days. That's what I think. That's the fight I think is going to come out, and I think you're going to see a better Stiverne than what you've seen recently. And I say that because of a couple of things. Well, how can it be better? Motivation's one thing. Hate does something to a person. Where I've interviewed Stiverne many a time, and many a time. Just at the odds, can't believe it, but Wilder's gone massively to 1 to 20. Stiverne's 8 to 1 to win. He's massive underdog, like huge. I know, I know. But check the odds when Evander Holyfield fought Mike Tyson. Check the odds when Holyfield fought Tyson. Check the odds when Tyson fought Douglas. Check those odds. Check the odds for probably when McCall fought Lewis. Check the odds for when Lewis fought Rackman. Check the odds. You on late, bro? Well, American time. Check the odds. We have to look at history. History best serves us. I keep talking about history. It best serves us if we research it. Search it. And most of these upsets have happened because people have overlooked opponents. When Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Oliver McCall, I think his eye was already looking at a fight with Riddick Bowe, I believe, or Tommy Morrison, or Evander Holyfield. When he got knocked out by Rackman, I think he had his eye on Holyfield, or not Holyfield, he had his eye on Mike Tyson. When Bowe got beat by Evander Holyfield, he had his mind elsewhere. When Tyson got knocked out by Douglas, his mind was the Evander Holyfield fight. They're upsets. They're upsets in boxing for a reason. And people won't talk to you about those things. I saw the pad work. I saw the pad work. I saw the pad work. It's the thing. It's not the pad work I'm interested in. I'm more interested in the head work, head movement, and what they're doing. What Stiverne was doing with his head and blocking shots, his stance. I was looking at stuff like that, and body language. You know. And did you see the body work they were doing? The way they were slipping and getting inside and trying to throw body shots. Wilder mostly goes hard body punches while properly adopting Ray Mercer or George Foreman defense cross on against potential wild uppercuts. Bookies don't get many 1 to 20 wrong. I'm thinking of having a bet on Stiverne, though, but want to see face on press conference and wait for chaos. Stiverne looks crisp, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What we need to do is look at Stiverne for the first fight and the media footage for the first fight and see if he looks sharper. Well, I've seen what Stiverne's been doing. Remember, this guy's been training. He's been in training since. Yeah, seems like Stiverne is in another place internally. He looks absolutely in a focused rage. He is a very internalized person. This is what people need to understand. People look at all the superficial things and what Wilder's doing. Wilder hasn't changed for me. He hasn't changed. So improvements. Wilder may shoot the right hand and slip the right hand. He may be slipped. What happens if he's on the back foot and pressure's put on him? How does he respond? We know how he responds to pressure in the amateur game. And it was a guy, remember, go back and look at the amateur tape. It was a guy that was as big as Stiverne that knocked Wilder out in the amateurs. Go back and look. Wilder seems to be talking about AJ too much rather than beating Yeah, exactly. Bermane Stiverne, that's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of gas going on. A lot of gas going on. I remember Jim Watt saying something in boxing. He says, you can't prepare for a war when you're in the ring. It's too late. Happy days. It's too late to prepare for a war when you're in the ring. You know, when the job at hand is bigger than you expected, it's too late to then run back in training camp and fix it up. I hope, for the sake of Wilder and Wilder fans, Fight Hub interview today was like, yeah, he's funny. He's funny. He did an interview and he did something with Stiverne, and Wilder was saying he was grumpy and so like, he's funny. I had to laugh. I found it so funny. Look, I'm not saying Wilder's not a good fighter. I think he's a very good. I think he's a very good puncher, and I still don't know, you know, how bad Stiverne was that night. We're gonna find out. But like I tell you already, if Stiverne was dehydrated, then he said the reason UK fills stadiums was because the UK is as big as Texas. I don't know. I can't possibly argue with that. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, boxing fans. I wish I could say more to you about that. I really do, but I don't know. Well, I'll tell you this much: that I think. Let me see. Hang on. Go watch it. I'm gonna watch it later. I've watched it all. I mean, for me, that right hand is what Wilder's got. The jab's cool, but the right hand is what his honey punch is. You've got guys going to. The way I look at it is this: I think it's two guys in two different mental places. I really do. I really do. Wilder's right hand is still problematic because he is now carefully punching with it instead of punching more the left hand. There may be a reason why he's. Yeah, yeah, that right hand may be a problem. Most Americans are clueless about the world. Clueless. I know. See, I always say, put yourself in that situation. Well, I can't put everyone else in that situation, but I'm trying to put yourself in a situation where the world is against you, completely against you. Promotions, you're not the man. Nobody cares about you. You're just the side piece. You know what I mean? You're the guy that's going to get walked over, and we're going to move on. And you've got the opportunity to turn it on its head. You've got an opportunity to stick two fingers up to the haters. You've got an opportunity to turn things around. Wilder is not a better fight. He's not a better fighter than what he was in 2015. I refuse to believe it. He even holds his hand differently now when he's boxing because of the injuries he's had. Offbeat, but what do you think of Billy Joe Saunders and David Lemieux? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Zoned in on this fight, and that's my focus for now. This fight, once this fight is over on the weekend, on Saturday night, then I'll talk about everything else. But now the focus is on Stiverne Wilder 2. You'll have to forgive me. And I think I ask myself the question: Is Wilder ready for a war? Is he ready to face a Stiverne that he's never faced before, or is he ready to face and prepared to fight the Stiverne they fought the first time? Because that's what you have to base your fight off. You have to base your fight off. You've got to base the fight off the first fight. Stiverne needs to warn against the Washington variant of stoppage via windmill once the referee stops it as a TKO. That's one thing. I'll come to that point in a minute. What was I saying? That Camp Wilder, what do they have to work on? The first fight, they have to work off Stiverne's previous fights. Okay, the last time Stiverne fought was against Derek Rossi. Everybody can tell you about that. But let me ask you a question. How many people actually saw the Rossi fight? They saw the knockdown, but they did not see the rest of the fight. All these YouTubes, he got knocked down by Derek Rossi. Okay. And where'd you see that clip? My boy, Mr. Boxing Today. That's where that clip is. But when you talk about that clip, how many of those YouTubers go back and talk about Harold Sconius and how Wilder was down for the count of 10 or 9.5? Why doesn't anybody talk about that fight? Nobody talks about that fight. No, Rossi didn't fight Chisora. Nobody talks about that fight. And that was in January 2016. Was it 16? 15? Like after after Stiverne lost the title. So Stiverne is in a totally different place where he was when he fought Rossi to where he is now. Very different place. And, you know, I can't speak on behalf of the man, but what I can do is have the man here tomorrow, straight after the presser. Bermane Stiverne will be with us. Now, okay, here's a few things that we need to look at for tomorrow, for Saturday night's fight. The referee will be key for this fight because three things I don't want to see from Bermane Stiverne. First of all, I don't want to see Stiverne with his back against the ropes. I don't want to see that. First. Second, I don't want to see Stiverne looking at Wilder and look at him. I don't want to see that either. And the third thing is, I don't want to see the referee looking to stop the fight in a couple of seconds. As soon as two punches come, the referee trying to stop the fight. I don't want to see any of that bullshit. I want to see a good, clean fight. That being said, keys to victory for Bermane Stiverne. Go back to your amateur days. Go back to your amateur days. All right? Go back to your amateur days. The guy that beat Wilder in his amateurs, look at his style. Go back to your amateur days. Go back to what served you so well against Robert Helenius. Go back to what served you so well against David Price. Two big punches. Go back to what served you well against both of those guys who throw a better correct jab and right hand. Go back to what happened to those guys. People say he needs to go to the body. I disagree. He needs to go to the chin, right? That's what needs to happen. Go back to your amateur days. And that's the Stiverne I think we're going to get. I think we're going to get a heavyweight Hagler Hearns. People say, a heavyweight Hagler Hearns. Tall, long, lanky, big right hand. Wilder has improved since then. Really? Really? On what evidence has he improved on them? Where has he improved since then? I don't see it. I don't see it. We'll see if he's improved since then when pressure's put on him. Pressure burst pipes. You know, we'll see. We will see. Well, we'll see if he's improved since then. We will see. But I saw a quicker Christopher Reeves. I saw a quickening of feet, a quickening of hands. I saw head movement. I saw determination. And I saw a game plan. Right? And I see that from first round, that man's going to be coming out with fire. Wilder has not improved. If anybody who may have improved is Stiverne. He's had a year to improve. So why is people sitting back and saying, Stiverne's been out of the ring a year? Stiverne has been out of the ring a year. Well, that's not actually true. Stiverne has been training, harnessing, improving, and changing his technique. That's what I believe. So you're going to see a better Bermane Stiverne than what you saw previously. That's what I think. And for as long as this fight, it's going to be savage. It's going to be savage. So I think the powers that be are going to try the best they can to protect Wilder so that they can get that Joshua fight. That's what I think is going to try and happen. I don't know how they're going to do it this time around because James Prince is there, so he's going to be around making sure shit happens. Duhaupas pushed Wilder back with no firepower. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Do you mean the warning bells the warning signs are all there? Understand, the warning signs are all there, people. The warning signs are all there for you. You know it's an accident waiting to happen. It just ain't happened yet because the guy that's meant to do it hasn't done it yet. But Wilder Wilder's confidence and ring movement has improved since even his reaction under pressure. Wilder versus Spilker. Spilker was out boxing him until he landed that right hand. Spilker was out boxing Wilder. Imagine if Wilder lost. LOL. Wow. No, well, I see it coming. I see it coming. I see it coming. I'm going to know tomorrow, though. I'm going to know a bit more tomorrow in terms of. But from what I'm seeing from the workout, all that hype is destroyed. And I think it's a lot of hype there. A lot of hype there. We're going to see how this press conference goes tomorrow. And I'll give you a heads up already. Stiverne says he has something for the media tomorrow. He has something for the media tomorrow. We'll be talking to Stiverne straight after that press conference, live and exclusive, only BWTM Sports. I'm thinking the powers that be are fed up of Wilder. The preaching crap and not taking fights in the last 6 months means he's a pain in the ass. It's not like he's a massive name anyway. Wilder now know he has to keep calm head and deliver his right hand over the shoulder to the gym. I'm with you, mate. What time is urgent? What time is urgent, Stiverne, tomorrow? What time is urgent? Stiverne interview tomorrow, mate. And I'm telling you, I don't know what time it'll be yet. Oh, what time is your interview? I don't know what time it'll be after the presser. So whatever the time the presser is in America, we'll have Stiverne after the presser, and we'll have him and we'll sit down. And I guarantee you, I'll assure you that he'll talk more to me than he's talked to the world's media at the moment, or the American media. That I can assure you of that. I can assure you of that. And remember, we've been following this man since the first Areola fight. Probably about 8 years. We've been following this man since the first Areola fight. I think there's no other fighter that I think I know this intimately. Bar the Fury family. That I know, like other fighters I kind of know a little bit of and I've done. But Stiverne is somebody I've followed for a long time. And I know you just have to say the name Deontay Wilder. And then there's just the whole image changes. And he was working with Bashir as well. Yes. Go back and listen to the Bashir interview. And guess what? We have James Ali Bashir live in exclusive straight after Bermane Stiverne's interview with as soon as the weigh-in is over, we'll have James Ali Bashir live. Can I ask you a question? You can ask me as many questions as you want, but I'm not going to give you my bank details. Keep it clean as well. So yeah. Wilder is preparing uppercut. Should Stiverne rushing carelessly? He can prepare what he wants. Eubanks versus Eubank Jr. Eubank. I think Ingram will have orgasm on air if Bermane wins. I mean, I was excited when Usyk became world cruiserweight champion. I think should he, if Stiverne does win, Ingram, BWTM guaranteed to be mentioned in the mainstream somewhere. Big interviews. Can you imagine? Well, could you imagine? You think if you go and hashtag Stiverne Wilder 2, if you hashtagged it across Twitter, the main media, I'm not talking about today, we've had a media open day. For Stiverne, we've been the main media for Stiverne, and Showtime have been the main media for Wilder. Check it. Go check it yourself. Go check and see who's done the media work for Stiverne. We've done the media work for Stiverne, and Showtime have done the media work for Wilder. Go check and see. I feel while we don't have the money like Showtime have, I think we've done a fair job. To be fair, Stiverne's counterpunching is key. It is key, but I don't think we're going to see that. I don't think we'll be seeing that counterpunching Stiverne. I really don't. I really don't think. I think what we're going to see is the Stiverne that fought in the amateurs. I really do believe that. Go and look at Stiverne in the amateurs, And then let me know when we do this video, when I'm back on again. Look at Stiverne amateurs when he fought Price and when he fought Hellenius, and ask yourself the question: Can that Stiverne or that style beat a Deontay Wilder? Can a pressure fighter that's bobbing and weaving, Joe Frazier style, can that style beat a Deontay Wilder? I believe to beat Deontay Wilder, you have to stay close to him. I've never seen Deontay Wilder knock a guy out when he's close to him. I believe he needs to have the full extension of that left hand and right hand and down the pipe. So Stiverne has to be mid to on his chest. Mid to on his chest, mid range on his chest. That's where Stiverne needs to be. As long as he's in mid range or on his chest, he's got a great chance of winning. But if he tries to win the fight from where Wilder's at long, look at all Wilder's knockouts. Look at every one of Wilder's knockouts. Look at all the Wilder's knockouts. That's what I'm saying. Look at all his knockouts. All his knockouts have been the left jab and a big right hand through the middle. Go and look at all the Wilder's knockouts. Look at the knockout for Spilka, the knockout against what's his name? Spilka. And by the way, he never knocked out Areola. He didn't knock out Areola. Areola retired on his stool. Spilka, Lakovic, Gavin, what's his name? The guy he fought the other day. All those knockouts have been bam, big left hand, right hand, bow and arrow. That's it. The 1-2. That's it. So Deontay Wilder starting throwing uppercuts. That's all right, but you leave yourself open that way. See, I think when pressure's put on a person, they go back to what they're originally about. So I don't know. A lot of Wilder fans are going to want Wilder to win, and I appreciate that and understand that. And they'll write off the underdog. But I think this is a live dog, a very live dog. In fact, I think this dog is more live than the first fight. That's what I think. He misses bare pad shots today. Was it? Did he? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch him much. I didn't watch him much. You know, I've seen it all with Deontay. What more is he going to do? Left jab, right hand. Try not to get hit and hurt. So, first round, we'll say a lot about who wins the fight. Could do. Could do. But them shots are going to be, I'm telling you, them shots are going to be vicious. And he's going to be a lot sharper than the first fight. Did you see when Don House was using the thing on Stiverne's head and how he was moving his head? I'm telling you, this fight is, I think it could be 6 rounds of absolute hell. It's going to be fought at quite a fast pace. And I don't know. Guy was saying, AJ, don't throw a jab like that. I don't like his head movement. I don't like his head movement. Who don't like? You don't like Bermane's head movement? I like it. I like what I'm seeing. I'm looking at the way he's bobbing and weaving like that. I like it. He wasn't coordinating properly. But we'll see come fight now. Remember, that is not the guy interview said it. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay. And the guy who said it in the interview, the guy saying, AJ, don't throw a jab like that. 2 improving fights, anything can happen. Thank you, Christopher Reeves. How much you got on 8-1 Ingram? If not, you're gonna with the object thrown at him. He wasn't coordinated properly. Okay. And the guy that said it, is he a trainer? I don't know. I've spoken to Bermane about that, and he says that those Ingram got 0 on Bermane. He ain't stupid. What are you talking about, Feet Khabib? I've got no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Can you explain yourself, mate? Having a good conversation here at the moment. What are you talking about? Explain yourself to me, please. Oh, I don't care what people say in the background noise. Khabib, can you explain yourself, please? Oh, money. I ain't got no money on it. You ain't stupid. No, 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 no. I don't sign me up to your belief systems. Okay, keep your own comments. You say what you want about yourself, but don't make them comments about me, my friend. I watched a public workout. I don't need to watch a public workout. Have you not seen the videos I've been posting? I don't need to see a public workout. Public workout is what? Public workout is for you to see, not for me to see. You see the public workout. I've seen the private workout. You've seen the public workout. I've seen the private workout. So what you're seeing is what I already knew. Bobbing weaving under straight lines in the ring can make his reflexes ducking jab sharper. Bobbing and weaving under straight lines in the ring can make his reflexes for ducking jab sharper. All the exercises for is the eye coordination, hand-eye coordination. That's all it's for. Nothing more, nothing less. All it is getting your eye and reflexes used to seeing red or gloves. That's all it is. Oh dear. I can't be doing this tonight. Sorry, mate. No more. Were you there? No comment. No comment. Right. Speed of eye to body coordination is key. There we go. There we go. So I've said my bit. All I've got to do is keep commentary. That's my job to do, is to commentate. And I'm telling you what I'm seeing, and I'm building a story behind it. So I may get it wrong. I may get it wrong. I may get it right. But isn't that the beauty of boxing? But I'm giving you logical reasons as to why I think Stiverne's going to be. Of course, I've seen it. I'm telling you about the whole video. I'm sorry. I'm telling you about the videos. I'm telling you about the things I've seen, the things I haven't seen, or you haven't seen. I mean, I don't need to see public videos or public workouts. You need to see public workouts because you are the public. I'm not the public. You're the public. You're Joe Public. I'm not Joe Public. I don't need to go on YouTube. I've been posting videos of Stiverne working out. So how did those videos come about? I've been posting videos of Stiverne working out. So you think I haven't seen stuff? Come on, man. I don't know what world some of you guys are in, but I appreciate your contribution. Thank you very much. So yeah, like I said, this guy's a live dog in there, a real live dog, and it's going to be savage. There are guys, there are trainers, there are experienced trainers. There are experienced trainers in the world of boxing today that are apprehensive about this fight. But there are people who've never trained a boxer, never laced a glove, that have fantastic ideas of how things work. They just go for the motions. Stiverne has been working on, I can tell you this from behind the scenes, lots of flexibility, mobility, hand-eye coordination. A lot of stuff I've seen him doing is stuff that I've done with coaching in the different sport, but similar exercises. So I recognize it. He goes, I want to know details. You know detail. You'll know details Saturday night, my friend. Sky Sports 4 a.m. possibly. It could set up a KO. I want to know details. Stiverne needs training with very fast, coordinate techniques because Wilder is more athletic. He needs to, or has he already done it? I think pressure is key going forward. Keeping mid-range to chest, like you said, mate. I think if Bermane lands clean overhand right over of Wilder left hand when he drops it, setting up with a quick jab. I know. It's about getting close. Who wants to see a casual public workout? Long night, bro. From you, bro. LOL. No, I'm not. Clinical analysis. I'm in the building. If you're in the building, then just check your check
I'm
your.
right here. I'm right here.
I'm right here. I like that. I'm right here. He says.
I'm right here.
I'm right here. Welcome to the room, Mr. Bow from Truth and Some Facts Boxing.
What's going on, man? What's cracking? What's cracking?
You tell me what's cracking. Did you see the workouts?
No, I did not get a chance to see the workouts.
Man, you need to go watching the workouts, man. My man looks sharp, super sharp. And oh, by the way, it's still the 1st of November we just turned. Happy birthday, Bermane Stiverne, and happy birthday, Grandma. Go on. Keep going. So you say
he looks sharp. You say he looks sharp.
My boy looks sharp. My boy looks sharp.
All right, that's good. That means when he falls, he'll fall very sharply.
Listen, I wish both guys the best luck. Wilder's a very good fighter, and so I think Stiverne's a very good fighter. And either way, the fight don't go past 6.
Woo! You know.
And I expect to see a heavyweight version of Hagler Hearns.
Wow.
That's what I expect.
See, and if that's the case, I more so now would favor Wilder than Stiverne. Only because Stiverne is such a slow starter that if he starts fast,
keep believing all that stuff. You keep believing all that stuff. Like I said, keep believing that stuff. Keep believing that stuff.
Hey, look. If he proves me wrong, fine, not a problem.
If he proves you wrong, he's proved the whole YTBC community wrong.
Yeah, he's proved a lot of people wrong.
Do me a favor, check this out, yeah? I know people have said he's been out for a long time. Wilder's been out for 10 months. Have you ever hated someone, Bo?
Yeah, I have.
When you hate somebody, is it difficult to forget about them?
No, it depends on the hate, but no. If the hate's strong.
Yeah, if the hate's real strong.
No, it's not difficult. But
you focus on every single day.
It's not difficult, but with the hard problem that you have is not letting that hate consume you.
Well, exactly. If you use that hate to process, to be better, to be sharper, to work on your mistakes. If you're spending, so people say he's spent a year out the ring, okay, or a year and a bit out the ring. Nobody's saying that during that time he's been training and working out and improving and changing things. Nobody mentions that.
Well, nobody mentions that because we haven't seen it. Like the last thing we seen of him was Derek Rossi.
And when you say Derek Rossi fight, nobody talks about the Harris-Conius fight.
Has he fought Harris-Conius since Derek Rossi?
No. I'm talking about Wilder's fight against Harris-Conius.
Yeah.
Because there's as much evidence, there's as much footage of that as there is. There's 20 seconds of the Stiverne fight. 20 seconds of that, that's by my man, Mr. Boxing Today. But then go look for the Harris-Conius fight.
Well, like I said, the thing of it is, though, in boxing, you can I get where you're coming from, but in boxing, there's a different rule. You can hate someone all you want. Iron sharpens iron, and you can working on something in sparring, and all of that is half speed. All of that is not full speed. It's half speed. It's a more controlled environment. So yeah, you can hate someone. You can have all that motivation. And sometimes, hey, I'm with you. Sometimes it plays out. And sometimes it don't, because Wilder has just as much hatred and venom inside of him too, because he's pissed off at what's been going on. him not getting the Ortiz fight popping positive. He's angry because he don't feel like he's getting respect. He's looking to make a statement. So it's hatred on both sides. It's
That's what I
hatred on
said.
both sides.
I cannot believe that boxing fans are sleeping on this fight. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You could be seeing a fight of the year right here.
I can tell you why they're sleeping on this fight.
Because obviously the Joshua Wilder fight, but Wilder has to do the business against Stiverne.
No, not so much as the Joshua Wilder fight. Unfortunately for Bermane Stiverne, and it's no fault of his own. It's really no fault of his own. We talk about Wilder not having a big fan base and following. Bermane Stiverne has even less of a big fan base and following. And like the only thing people remember about Bermane Stiverne, now me and you know about him because we follow him. We saw when he fought Chris Correa. We followed him, right? But unfortunately, the only thing everybody knows about Bermane Stiverne is that he was the guy that Wilder beat for the title. Now, he's never gotten the respect he should have got as the champion. It's not his fault that Vitaly Klitschko retired. He fought Areola a second time for that title. That's not his fault. It's not his fault that Povetkin popped positive that kept him from proving that he actually beat a guy to be the Mando to fight him. That's not his fault. But those are the circumstances before him that people look at and they're like, a lot of people feel like, this guy, what has he done to deserve this shot?
That stuff don't mean not with all due respect, don't mean a crap to a man that hates another man. That don't mean crap to a man that's been said, you know what?
I understand. That's the reason why people are sleeping on it. Because
and it's that sort of razor sharp, sort of like honing your craft quietly. You know, when you've got haters and people think you can't do it and people shun you and people ignore you and people disrespect you, you've got all that stuff. And he's got a lot of disrespect. If you go across Twitter and you look on Twitter and you look at Showtime, the only person that's giving Stiverne any props from any sort of media outlet is myself. Really? Everyone else is pro Wilder and anti-Stiverne.
Yeah, well, again, look at the demographic we're talking about. Number one, we're talking about American network that's pushing their American champion.
Of course.
This is the same American network. Remember when Wilder fought Stiverne the first time? They pretty much was all Wilder. The first chance we had,
of course,
10 years since we had American champ. So they did that before.
I know.
Right.
But hold on.
This is.
So what about Mayweather Pacquiao? Talk to me about that.
What are you talking? What do you mean as far as what?
Well, you talk about American networks, Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah, but Manny Pacquiao
there was more pro Pacquiao than was pro Mayweather. You know that.
Yeah, because Manny Pacquiao was promoted correctly. Manny Pacquiao he had a big following behind him with the Filipino following market. He was, and Floyd Mayweather was hated.
There you go.
So it was good versus evil, but that's not what this is with these two guys. Like nobody really cares for Wilder, and they kind of care for Bermane Stiverne even less. That's why they're sleeping on the fight. But I'm with you. If Wilder is looking past Stiverne, he could get beat. You never look past the guy, even if you want to tell me you beat him the first time. You still don't look past.
Let me tell you something now. If Stiverne becomes world champion, out of the two guys, he's the better guy as a world champion because Stiverne will go and fight. He will come to UK and he'll fight Joshua, and there'll be none of this crap. He'll go straight and fight Joshua.
But that's what Wilder wants to do. Wilder wants to fight Joshua. Eddie Hearns want him to fight Dylan White and Tony Bellew and stuff like that. Wilder wants Joshua.
Okay, if Wilder were to get beat by Stiverne, let me ask you a question: would they be so quick to entertain a Stiverne fight?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And what would Stiverne say?
Oh, Stiverne would say yes. Stiverne would definitely say yes.
Okay. All right.
But so what? If they told Wilder, okay, we're going to give you
that fight, ain't going to happen, man. That Wilder fight ain't going to happen until 2019. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I'm with you 100%.
And I told you, 100%. I told you about this Tyson Fury crap. I told you about it.
I know.
I said, what did in a video I did? I said that what will end up happening is they will call Fury out. They'll call Fury out when he hasn't fought for about 2 years. They'll call him out, and then what they'll come and say, "You're a fighty man. Get yourself into shape, and we'll fight."
And wait a minute, how convenient he's coming back within the 2-year time frame, so he would still be considered. Would he still be considered the lineal champion?
Yes.
See,
and it's convenient how now his license can get suddenly lifted and the ban is no longer on, or he can come back and fight in 2018. Convenient, and probably it'd be convenient that the license get lifted on the premise that he fights Joshua in the summer. Well, you've got no warm-up fight, and you've got to come in and fight Joshua from straight from the off. No, absolutely no. Tyson needs at least 3 fights. He should be nowhere near Joshua and talking about Joshua until 2019 for the minimum. I see. We know that Hamer's not in talks. Forget Hamer because he's going to be with Povetkin. That's a smart move by Povetkin's people. So you've got a potential Takam rematch or Pulev or Joseph Parker. So, like I said, to close things off, unless you've got some other things to say.
Yeah, man. You heard what the WBA is doing to Rigo?
WBA full of shit. You know they're full of shit.
Well, can I say what I want to say?
Go ahead and say what you're going to say about it.
I call them the World Bitch Association. That's what they are. And I'm going to say this right now. Anybody holding the WBA title need to take that title, walk to a garbage can, spit on it, and throw it in the garbage. The WBA has been on some bullshit. I mean, you told us you was consolidating belts. We ain't seen that. This is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life, man. You know, and it's only happening because mainstream media is not even saying anything about this. You know, this could not have been Anthony Joshua. You guys would have been raising holy hell. This could not have been Pacquiao, Golovkin. They'd be raising holy hell. This is bullshit, man.
It'd be funny to see if Rigondeaux beat Lomachenko. That'd be so funny.
Oh, that'd be funny. Actually, if you say Rigondeaux would beat Lomachenko, I would actually trade Bermane Stiverne beating Joshua for that. If somebody said, hey, if Bermane Stiverne beat Joshua, Rigo will most definitely beat Lomachenko, I would be cheering for Bermane Stiverne. Wait a minute, let me ask you this question then. Because maybe I missed it. What is it? Why is it that Bermane has a hatred for Wilder?
Go back and listen to the interview that started it about 2 years ago. See, this goes back. This goes way back because I had a back and forth running with Wilder for a while before even Stiverne was on the scene. And I said, he said, you don't respect me. I said, no, I don't, because you're always knocking out cab drivers. Until you fight somebody decent, I'm going to keep saying you're knocking out cab drivers. I can't respect you until you fight somebody decent. But that's what I said. And he took offense to that. And then Stiverne then I met Stiverne on ATG radio when he was having his first fight against Arreola. That's how I first met him, and we started talking. And then he had the second fight against Arreola, won the world title. Then he was in England. I met him in England, and we were talking about David Haye. And like Haye and him were going to fight. Haye kept saying he was going to fight him, but that's a lot of crap. It was just Haye talking as he does. And then I think there was something mentioned about Wilder. He says, I'll fight Wilder. I ain't scared of Wilder. Who the hell's Wilder? I'll fight Wilder. They fought a whole lot of taxi drivers and bums. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Wilder responded to that. And, well, the rest is real history. And, of course, you know, Wilder's situation that happened in the hotel room. And there's a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of background. There's stuff that I know about and stuff I don't know about.
Well, you know, fighters take offense to that. Look. Am I going?
Can you believe it? They're both what they call them, not scorpions. They're both scorpion men. Would you believe that?
Yeah, but I mean, listen, look. Fighters take offense to when guys say, well, you fought nothing but bums and camp job. They take offense to that, but the reality was, it's and I have no problem with you saying it because that's very well true. Malik Scott, although he was okay, who else before he fought Bermane Stiverne?
Gavin, Lakovic,
Okay,
Price,
I mean
Price.
these were okay guys, but I mean let's keep it real. He was put on a very slow bring along process. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Joshua process was a little bit different. And then opportunities for Joshua were different. Like Charles Martin wanted to fight Joshua. It wasn't the other way around. And Joshua and his team was smart. Don't turn that down. Take that fight. Because Charles Martin wasn't dangerous. Huh?
And Audie Harrison, my old college mate.
Right, Odie Harrison. So Joshua's team was smart. They took that fight, right? Because Charles Martin wasn't dangerous, but the bring along process for Deontay Wilder was a lot more calculated and longer. So Deontay can be upset at people saying that you didn't fight nobody respectable. And that was very much true until he fought Stiverne and beat him. Okay? Now, we can argue about the George Washington, the Eric Molinas, and the Duhapises and the Spilkers. At least they was ranked within the top 10 of the belt that he was holding. But up until that point, like those guys, and I think maybe you talked about this, George Washington, Molina, Spilker, those were dudes he should have been fighting between that 15 and 20.
But remember, all them dudes you're talking about were never in the top 10 when he signed to fight them. The only guy who was in the top 10 was the champion, that was Stiverne. All those other guys you're talking about were pulled from they were in the top 30.
No.
Yes.
Top 30
yes.
Of what?
Of the WBC.
No. Spilker was ranked number 8.
Now he is.
No, Spilker was ranked number 8 when he fought him.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Number 8. Gerald Washington was number 10.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. How could Spilker got knocked out by Bryant Jennings? Who did he beat after that?
Spilker was ranked number 8 when he fought.
Spilker was knocked out by Bryant Jennings. Who did he beat after that?
I understand that, but he was ranked number 8 when he fought.
He wasn't. He wasn't in the top 10.
No, I can show you that.
He wasn't in the top 10. I'm telling you, though, he wasn't in the top 10.
Spilker was ranked number 8.
No. Spilker wasn't in the top 10. Spilker got done by light punching Bryant Jennings. Right? He got knocked out. I'm telling you what happened.
Well, okay. I'm gonna pull it up for you. Spilker was ranked number 8.
When? When was he ranked number 8? Now?
Wilder fought Spilker. Spilker was ranked number 8.
He got moved into the rank WBC number 8. He was ranked number 30 or number 20 in the world. He wasn't even in the top 10. None of Wilder's opponents have been in the top 10.
Washington was ranked number 10. And Duhapis, I believe, was 10 or 11. But Gerald Washington was ranked number 10.
Stop this stuff. No, he wasn't. He was not. He was not. Don't try it. Don't try it. Al Heyman, what he did, he got guys from the top 20. He got the guy ranked 20th and then got him in the top 10 ranking. That's how it worked. I'm telling you.
Okay, man. Al Heyman. All right. Okay.
Look. Spilker was like 31. There you go.
Spilker was like Deontay Wilder 30. WBC had the dude ranked number 8. He was ranked number 8, dog.
Number 8 when? Number 8 when?
Whenever Deontay Wilder fought him, he was ranked.
No, it wasn't. It was in your boxing magazine, but no. Wilder, that publication you read, that was like Wilder's Weekly. Then you must have in your.
No, that was not Wilder's Weekly.
But it was Wilder's Weekly because that's an
article. That was
Al Heyman's greatest WBC ranking hits.
Yeah, okay.
From 30 up to 10. I'm telling you. And that was another reason why him and Stiverne kicked off. Because Stiverne says when Wilder wants to make a title defense, he goes from 100 to 1. And says Stiverne says, when I defend my title, I go for the next available challenger. That's
wait a minute, who was that? Who did Stiverne fight after he beat Chris Evans? So wait a minute, you beat
hold on. Truth and Some Facts Boxing. Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Who did he fight?
Well, no, wait a minute.
One contender. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber, Wilder. You tell me when Wilder's fought a mandatory. Talk to me.
Because it's mandatory.
Wait. When has the Wilder fought a mandatory?
It is mandatory pop
When
positive.
in the history of world heavyweight boxing has a guy had
Did his
5,
mandatory
6
pop
fights
positive?
and never fought his mandatory?
Wait a minute. Did his mandatory pop positive?
All his mandatories pop positive. All his
He had,
mandatories pop positive.
he had one mandatory, and that mandatory was Povetkin. The first time they was going to fight Povetkin, Povetkin said he wasn't ready.
So he's had, wait. So he's had 5 fights. He's had 5. My man's had 5 fights.
Positive, though, right?
My man's had 5 fights, and in the 5 fights, he's not fought one mandatory.
Okay, but did the mandatory pop positive?
So every guy that he fought was a mandatory was positive. Is what you're saying?
The only mandatory.
Okay. All right, fine. All right, all right, fair enough. Who did he fight?
Mm-hmm.
Who did he fight in the top 10? Who was legitimately in the top 10 at the time?
Joe Washington.
Wait, not pushed in the top 10 by Heyman's greatest hits. No, I'm talking about top 10.
Joe Washington.
What?
Joe Washington.
Are you saying that with a straight face?
Yeah, because Wilder was going to fight the number.
Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Gerald Washington.
Yep, Joe Washington was ranked number 10. Wilder was going to fight the number 11 guy, and that guy popped positive. So then he fought Joe Washington, who was already ranked number 10.
No. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hey, people are saying now, Spilker was ranked 17th. Fact.
No, he said they ranked 17th. Now, Spilker ranked number 8.
Listen, he was probably ranked 17 before that.
No, okay, whatever. He was ranked number 8 when Wilder fought him.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Yes, he was.
You know how we find this out?
Mm-hmm.
Tell the chap talking. He's reading R. Heyman's pissing paper.
No, actually, I'm not reading out Heyman's pissing paper. That was on ESPN, but you wouldn't know nothing about that because, you know, over in the UK, you guys still got your own problem trying to figure out what Tyson Fury going to do, but I got you.
No, don't go there. Unified champion. Beat the man who was the man.
Say who?
Beat the man who was the man.
Yes, right. And then he lost to cocaine. I got you.
That's all right. That's all right.
I know.
So wait. Okay, that's all right.
He beat the man that leads to cocaine.
Considered the man. Considered the man.
Oh yeah, wait.
Universally recognized.
Have I argued that?
Do you know what I mean? When was the last time? Wait, hold on. When was the last American heavyweight? No, wait. When was the last American heavyweight that was considered universally recognized? Undisputed.
Mike Tyson.
Heavyweight champion of the world. When was the last American?
Mike Tyson. Wait a minute. Heavyweight?
Wait. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute, no. Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield.
Hold on. When was Mike Tyson's heyday? When was he undisputed champion?
I said that already. I said.
Since then.
Okay, wait a minute.
You talking the UK? Hold on.
I do believe I said at the very beginning that when Wilder fought Stiverne, we hadn't had a heavyweight champion in 10 years.
Okay, hold on. Who was the last undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? Where was he from?
Who? The last undisputed? He was from Canada.
Don't go there. Don't try it. Don't even go there. Who was the last undisputed heavyweight champion?
He was from Canada. You talking about the guy that represented Canada in the Olympics?
Don't go there, bro. Don't try it. Don't try it. The Americans recognize him as a Brit. You recognize him as a Brit.
No, I don't recognize him as a Brit.
Claudius Lewis.
I recognize him as a Canadian.
Undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That's it.
Right, and he was the last undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, right?
So the UK haven't got any problems. We're okay. We're fine.
We're okay too.
We're okay.
America's fine. We're fine.
And our undisputed champion actually fought his mandatory.
Who?
Lewis.
Yeah. Y'all undisputed champion.
But your champion always seems to get put with pills when you're mandatory.
Evander Holyfield fought his mandatories.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How the hell did I know that Povetkin was going to get popped with pills and the fight was going to get called off right? Before Wardine left the country, they said he was going to step in the country. Before he left the country, they said he was going to get popped with pills. Povetkin.
They said the same thing when he was going to fight Stiverne.
They didn't say that.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't say that. No, they didn't. Yes. Don't lie.
No,
don't
no,
lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Always saying it over here in the U.S.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. Let me ask. Wait. Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Obviously, you're pro Wilder, yeah, because you are. You are, right?
Because of what?
You're pro Wilder.
No, I'm not pro Wilder.
Oh, okay. You're not pro Wilder.
No.
What are you then?
You making a statement that I'm correcting about him. That's all.
I'm asking a question. Are you pro Wilder?
You mean as in, am I supporting him?
The floor is yours.
You mean, am I supporting? Am I supporting?
The floor is yours.
Okay. If you ask me who wins, I give you my honest opinion about who I think will win. I told you that.
Yeah, we know that, but
right.
That's the question.
But I'm not pro Wilder. No, I'm not pro Wilder. I just sat right here and said, yeah, dude, he has to understand his resume up until Bermane Stiverne wasn't that great. And I even said, I believe I said, those guys. Wait a minute. I said Eric Molina, Spilka, Duhopis, and Washington were guys he should have fought between that 15 and 25 fight mark. He shouldn't have been fighting them after he won the title. He should have been fought them early. I think I said that on the last show.
Listen, I knew that Ortiz was going to get popped.
No, I did not know he was going to get popped.
Listen, when Stiverne said, listen, when the Ortiz fight was being announced and it was going through, he said, I knew that even with the Brazil fight, he said, I knew that I was preparing for Wilder.
Okay, good for him. He had a gut feeling, and he was right about the gut feeling. But that doesn't necessarily mean that. What if he had that gut feeling and it didn't go that way? What if he had that gut feeling and the fight would have went through? Then we'd be talking about something different. But
Spilka was ranked number 1.
Who?
19.
Spilka was ranked number 8, y'all. Live with it. I understand. I get it, y'all. I get it. Listen, I'm an American on this British guy show. Y'all got to come at your boy. Bring it. It's cool. He was ranked number 8, baby.
Hold on. Okay. So
the American newspaper, the most famous newspaper in the world that even y'all read, ESPN, had him ranked number 8. That's in the article.
He was not ranked.
Live with it.
He was not ranked. He was not ranked number 8. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you the best way to do it is to go back in time to find out where he was ranked. Spilka, where Spilka was ranked before he fought Wilder. The best way to do it is go back in time.
You can say what you want to say. ESPN had him ranked number 8.
Spilka versus Wilder ranking.
That's what I'm going with.
I don't know where he was ranked when he got that fight.
Hey, man, ESPN said he was ranked number 8. But, like I said, those fights were fights that he should have had before he fought the title. But I never sat right here. But I never sat right here and defended that man's resume. I never did. Tell me when I defended that man's resume. Tell me when I said he had a great resume. I never said that.
See, wait. The best guy is fought on his resume. He's fighting again.
Yeah, but that's not his fault. He tried to fight Ortiz. Ortiz popped. That's not his fault.
Ortiz popped. Povetkin's popped. Even Stiverne popped, didn't he? Remember?
But Stiverne popped against Povetkin. But Stiverne popped for banned substance. Yeah, UK paper lie all the time too.
I want to fight with Spilka. I want to see where Spilka was ranked. Okay, right, okay. Fair play. He fought Brian Jennings, got KO'd. He won against Adamek, got some points. He fought a guy called Ty Cobb, knocked him out in the second round. He fought a guy called Manuel Quaista. Got retired in 3 rounds. And he fought a guy called Yazime Well, I ain't got a clue who these two guys were.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time Wilder had fought Spilka, he'd fought Duhaupas, stopped him in the 11th round. Molina stopped him in the 9th round. Stiverne, he went to 12 rounds. And then the big knockouts have come from Gavin and Malik Scott. So for all the big punching power that Wilder's got, he went 12 rounds with Stiverne, he went 9 rounds with Molina, and he went 11 rounds with Duhaupas.
Okay.
And that's what. And every time he stepped up in class, he went 11 rounds with Duhaupas. He went 9 rounds with Molina. And you saw what Joshua did to Molina.
Yeah, Molina that showed up just to collect the check. That was not the same Molina that Wilder fought.
He was 19th.
He was 8th.
Okay, well, fair enough. Oh, he's ranked 19th. He's going to show me they're ranked 19th, ranked 19th. All of Wilder's fighters have been pulled into the top 10. That's a fact.
No, they were not.
Yes, they were, man.
No, Joe Washington was already ranked number 10.
Based on what?
Because he was going to fight the guy that was ranked number 11. Joe Washington was already number 10. He was going to fight the number 11 guy.
And who's that?
Some dude from Poland, and he popped. And then he wound up fighting Joe Washington. Joe Washington was already ranked number 10.
He didn't show up to collect a paycheck against AJ. That's what somebody's just saying here. He came to
Yes,
fight AJ.
Yes, he did. And we talked. Matter of fact, we talked about that live on the show. So, yeah, he did.
We did.
Yeah, we were about to say we talked about that one on the show.
We did. Do you know what I'd love to do for this fight, Bo? I wish we could do this fight. I wish we could both look at this fight live together. I really do wish we could.
No, this fight.
I wish we could.
The fight is happening this weekend, baby.
Of course. How are you feeling about it?
You know what? I'm not really too concerned about it. And I'm not. And it has nothing to do with the. It has nothing to do with the burn. I'm just not really. I'm just kind of blah about it only because what's been going on lately with the fact that the whole Wilder Joshua situation has kind of made me kind of know with anything in the heavyweight division right now.
Okay. Would you be happy to see Wilder fight Parker?
I'll put it like this. Let me say this. I think Wilder is in more danger of losing to Stiverne than Joshua was losing to Parker. I mean, to Tackle.
You're right there. You're damn right there. Right. My man's had a year to prepare. If you want to say something, he's had a year to prepare.
Yep, he's had a year to practice on how to fall down.
You couldn't resist that, could you?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't let that go.
Hey, if your man goes timber, I want to hear what happens. I want to see. That's what I want to see your face. I want to hear.
Timber, I'm gonna come on your show and say nothing, and just sit there and take my roaster like a man.
And get abused, absolutely abused.
That's right, because it took someone from another country to do what your fellow countrymen are scared to do, which is fight him.
And then where does this put Stiverne in? Should he win? Where does this put him in the world? Where does this put him in world rankings?
That's a tough one because people don't really think that much of Deontay Wilder.
But if they don't think that much of him, why do they want him to fight Joshua?
Because that's just the fight that they want to see. Like, fans are finicky in the first place because you get some fans that'll say that, oh, Joshua beat him easy and knock him out in 2 rounds. And then when you say, okay, we'll make the fight, then they're like, nah, okay. Or if you say, well, fans are finicky because fans are just so. Sometimes fans can be finicky, man. Sometimes I don't think they even know what they want. Sometimes I think they wait until the media tells them what's happening. They say, "Oh, you know what? That sounds good."
Yeah, of course. They wait for the media.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I like when they were asking Bermane questions and he just didn't give him hardly any answers.
Who?
Bermane, he's like, "Oh, just wait until fight time." Said, "Yeah," and some guy said, "Well, yeah, we could wait till fight time, but that's why we're asking you now. We need something to make us interested about the fight. So just wait till fight time."
And see, you know, and that's another thing. Bermane Stiverne, and it don't bother me. He's not like a media type person, but that doesn't bother me. He's not.
Well, he's not a media type person to these guys.
Right.
He's not a media type to all these clowns. He's not, because they ask the same stupid questions over and over again. I wouldn't be the same either.
That's true.
So if you ask the same question over and over and over again, like, what are you going to do to get past the jab? Well, what are you going to do to get past the right hand? How was training camp? How are you going to deal with Wilder's power? Wilder says he's going to knock you out.
Everybody said they're gonna knock somebody out. So
we'll have to wait and see. I want to see what people have got. Has anybody got any questions in the room for Bo from Truth and Facts Boxing? Oh, sorry, Truth and some facts about boxing. Sorry.
There's only some facts when I don't agree with you, right?
Yeah, I know some facts you don't agree with me. Yeah, and the facts that you and you destroying fighters' names. But other than that, you're cool. I'd put Stiverne second after AJ.
Okay, that would be fair because Wilder is second after AJ, so that would be fair.
There we go. Adam Scott. Spilker was not top 10 when he fought Wilder.
Yes, he was. ESPN. ESPN, baby. ESPN in America. ESPN had him number 8.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Okay, what else? No, he wasn't. Is this guy from Houston? No, he's not from Houston. He's from Chicago.
What does it matter where I'm from? Why you gonna come see you? Why you gonna come have a one-on-one talk with me?
So you got no questions for Bo Bland? Come on, man, you got questions for Bo Bland? And it's only little banter between myself and Bo. I love Bo Reed. He's a good man, aren't you, Bo?
Yeah, of course, man.
You're a good man. We love a little bit of banter in there.
Ooh, Eubanks versus Grove. Ooh, I like that fight. I actually think that
I'm going Groves.
Groves has the power.
Groves not only has the power, I just don't like Eubank is so open down his left side.
Yeah, Groves has the power, but I think Eubanks, just the youth and the speed and the movement could be a little difficult for Groves. He's got the power to make that difference. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna support Groves, but I just think Eubanks is gonna win that fight.
Okay. Who's Bo's fighter to watch and make serious waves in 2018?
Fighter to watch and make serious noise. I think Terrence Crawford is going to be a guy to watch in 2018 if he goes into the 147-pound division. I think he's going to be a fighter to watch and make some noise. Also, you guys over in the UK, I think Josh Taylor's going to start shaking some things up next year. I think Josh Taylor's going to shake some things up next year, seriously.
I'm still going to say Rashidi Ellis. I'm still sticking by my boy Rashidi Ellis.
Okay. What about there's a fighter that somebody sent me a link on, and I went to check him out. I was like, oh, wait a minute, this guy's not bad. Oh man, what is his name? Archie Sharp. That's his name.
I heard about him too.
Yeah, he's 10-0 with 6 knockouts. Pretty good. I watched some film on him. A guy sent me a picture. I watched some film on him. So
okay. Oh, I was meant to ask you a question. What did you think of Jolene Mazzone?
Who?
Jolene Mazzone, the lady from the vice president of main events.
Oh my God, that was a hell of an interview. Oh, I am like super jealous. That was a hell of an interview. She is a straight shooter for real.
What do you think? What do you think? When I asked the question about the whole thing about what's his name?
John David Jackson.
Kovalev.
Oh, Kovalev.
Asked about Kovalev, and she was like, "Well, I'm not going to defend him. If I defend him, then."
I think you know what? I think you answered the right questions.
You
They
think so?
wasn't softball. They wasn't softball questions, but they wasn't. I think hard. And then you told her in the beginning, listen, if you don't want to answer them, you don't have to answer. But you let her know up front. Listen, I gotta ask these questions, and she understood it and she got it. So I think the way you did the interview, even if it was a question she was uncomfortable with, the way you did the interview, you gave her an out.
Yeah.
You gave her an out, and I think sometimes you can't back them into a corner. So when you ask that tough question, they get defensive. You let her know,
Yeah.
listen, you have an out. So I mean, it was great to me, and she was just very engaging with her comments.
She was. What did you make of what she was thinking about John David Jackson?
I think she didn't want to tell us what was. And I get it. I get it.
And about the story about the $1 bill on
From
the
Prada,
contract. You remember that one about with
that was from Prada.
yeah,
Now,
from Farah. And she said, "Oh no, that wasn't us. We had nothing to do with that."
I do agree what she said about the Kovalev situation with the pay-per-view, and she's
Yeah.
right. A lot of people don't understand the pay-per-view. Your money generally comes from what the VIT makes, and you're split. Floyd Mayweather and them, and like I said, Floyd and Tyson just had, and even Manny had different types of deals. But generally, they work like like that right there. So yeah, I was glad she let that insight out there for people.
So we'll be working a lot closer with main events, which I'm really excited about, and their fighters, up and coming fighters and stuff. So that's good for the channel. What do you think of Rick Glazer?
I haven't watched that yet.
Man, he says that what's his name? Lou DiBella ripped him off 75,000. He was livid.
I'm not the. You know, that's not the first time I heard that about them.
He called him. I don't know what he called him. He called him a rat and something else he called him.
Rat
Dear me. Oh, by the way, I have some news regarding update Julian Jackson and Julius Jackson. I will be talking to Bashir. I'll be talking to Stiverne tomorrow live, or today live from the presser. As soon as the presser's, I will be having a live interview with him. That'll be the last interview we do with him before the fight, or as you say, before he falls on his back, right? And then we'll have for the weigh-in, straight after the weigh-in, we're going to have James Ali Bashir in the house. How'd you like that?
For the record, I don't think Wilder knocks out Stiverne. I don't think Wilder knocks out Stiverne. Stiverne has a good chin. I think people underrate that man's chin.
Yeah, Pizzo, when he got dropped in that first or second round, didn't he? That's what people
Yeah,
say.
but he did something real smart though. He went down and grabbed the man's legs. I mean, he's only been knocked out once, and that was early in his career when he fought that guy. What's the guy's name?
It was dubious though, very dubious.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you. Yeah, we've got Bashir. We're gonna have Stiverne himself, and I'm working. I think we're gonna have Julius Jackson tomorrow, and we may have Julian Jackson before fight night.
God, Julian Jackson. Julian the Hawk Jackson.
So we've had him before, and they've had him twice. I did a video interview with him and a telephone interview with him. So hopefully we'll get him back on video again and we'll talk to him.
Man, that would be awesome.
That's what we need, isn't it? That's what we need. That's what the fans want. They want their legends, and they want their boxers and their fighters and their trainers. They want them all on the channel so they can talk to them. They want to be able to talk to legends. So why not? Let's give them what they want.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Let's do it. Let's give them what they want. And let's bring legends like yourself on the channel as well.
Oh man, you had me in the room with Julian the Hawk Jackson. I got a lot of questions to ask him.
Oh, did you like what Jolene? One guy asked, "How much did somebody get paid for the last fight?"
Business. She said, "No." Man,
It's
that
about
was
it's about
funny.
time somebody said it. It's about time.
That was funny. That was so funny.
It's about time though. It's about time because all these people ask these damn questions. Like you must give them an answer to it. And somebody said today on Twitter, he says Twitter is the dumbest place to be. He says people on Twitter don't make sense, but people on Facebook you can build a better relationship with people on Facebook than on Twitter. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree with that statement. I'm not a big. I agree with that statement because people on Twitter have like Facebook. You have your personal your face,
Yeah,
your name. Like you have to have a name.
yeah,
With Twitter, you can have these A-listers and you can create this alter ego and Twitter is not as personal as Facebook, if that makes any sense.
yeah. There's some things about Twitter I don't like. Like I
Now,
don't get. I can make a statement. I could say something like along the lines of, um, yeah, I think X and Y should do this.
right.
And somebody who's not even following me comes and says, no, I think Y should do this and X is shit. I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
hold on. I want talking to you. I'm not even following you, so I don't want to hear from your opinion. It's like they let it come out of nowhere and just
Wait, I posted a. I think I told you about this, right? I posted a woman's pound for pound, right,
yeah,
on Twitter,
yep,
and somebody tagged me, and they tagged somebody else and said, "Look at this shit." Another phony ass American making a pound for pound list and didn't add not one Mexican woman's fighter. And I'm thinking to myself, how the hell am I supposed to put? How the hell am I supposed to put up a Mexican fighter if we don't see their fights over here in America? Like, what do you want?
I had one idiot the other day. I was doing the Katie Taylor fight, and I said Katie Taylor's getting hit with too many punches. I've never been a massive fan of Katie Taylor. I think she gets hit with too many punches, too many clean right hands, and she needs a better trainer for the pro game. And somebody says Masonic, what's it? Masona, well, Masonologistic or something like that. Basically, I hate women. Or yeah, I'm a woman hater. I thought, how the hell can that be? When I flipping interview so many female fighters on the channel, how the hell can that be?
I said this one.
Misogynist. Yeah, he called me a misogynist.
Wow.
And
I
that's a and that guy's actually got that guy's a boxing writer. So I didn't respond to him. I just blocked his ass.
I actually had a guy. I tweeted this out. I was watching some fight. I forget what it
Yeah.
was. Oh, what fight was this we was watching? Jerry Hurd.
Yeah.
And Tony Wilson.
Okay.
I said in this fight, I said the next round, if Jerry Hurd puts pressure on Tony Harrison will quit. The guy said, "You know what the fuck you talking about?" He said, he told me I know what the fuck I was talking about. I ought to change my name to Booth and to Booth and Dummy about boxing. He said all of this stuff during a 1 minute break. And when he got knocked out in the round, like I said,
yeah.
I tagged the guy and I said, "What was it you were saying?" Next thing I know, it said so and so blocked you. I'm like, wow, you came at me and didn't block me.
Yeah. That's the lot of crap that I've got to deal with. I deal with that on a regular on Twitter. So I've got to the point where I'm very seriously considering just posting videos on Twitter and keeping my conversations to Facebook pages.
Yeah, that's
Very
kind of
seriously, very. I noticed another thing. If you talk something progressive and positive on Twitter, people don't want to hear that.
no, never. Never.
Because I talked about expansion for BWTM Sports. I said, you know what? Imagine if we had 3 other people on BWTM,
Ooh.
like 3 other people out there doing the stuff, or expansion of a team of 6 people doing it, doing more videos from around the world and stuff like that. Imagine that. I just an example. No response. Nothing. Niente. Nothing.
You trying to get big like Sky Sports, huh?
No, we're bigger than Sky Sports.
I heard that.
I can't listen. I cannot. I can't visualize us with Sky Sports. Do you understand? I can't look at it that way. I can't view things that way because, because then you always undercutting yourself. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
If you're boxing and you're gonna fight an opponent, you don't look at the opponent. You might look at the opponent and say, yeah, okay, I'm aware of their strengths and weaknesses, but there's no way I'm gonna make that opponent make me feel small or make that opponent make me feel as if I'm inferior.
Exactly.
And so if I would say I'm trying to make myself bigger than Sky Sports, I'm bigger than Sky Sports. That's what I, but not I per se, because not me, it's we, not I. I'd say we are. Okay, we don't have the money that Sky Sports has. But could you imagine if we had the money Sky Sports had?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it a second.
Oh man, I ain't got to think about it. I already know what the rules will be.
Think about the sort of people we'd have on this channel. Think about how we'd run the sports on the channel. Imagine a boxing channel we'd have.
Mm-hmm.
And the commentary team we'd have. Man. And the pundits we'd have.
You'd be a force to reckon with.
Listen, first and foremost, I would have females that have actually boxed before. Not just look good. Females that have boxed before. I'd have Ava Knight, Cecilia Brackus, what's her name? Riker, Heather Hardy, what's her name? We could just keep going for the list. Naomi Bosquez. We could talk to them. And when's your next fight? Okay, you've been here tonight. You've been talking about the boxing. So when's your next fight? Do you understand?
Yep.
When they talk like they are boxers. You know, that when she could tell and say, you know what, I like the way you slipped the jab and came with the right hand, or I like the way you slipped inside and threw a left hook to the body and left hook to the head. You know, I've been working that and training myself. Don't you find it difficult that when you throw the right hand, sometimes, coming back and throwing the left hook is difficult, then come back and throw the right hand? Or, do you know, that was one of the most difficult combinations, finding that 1, 2, 3, 4 combination. You know, or how was it? How long did it take you to shift to one side, shift to the other side? What did it take you to have to break that guy down to the body? You know, that sort of stuff. You're not going to get that from a girl that's never boxed before. Do you understand?
Exactly. Yes.
She's pretty and just put a camera and she says, "Oh yeah, what do you think of your fight?" You know, it's not the same. So that was the sort of dynamics I would look into. But I'm not going to give too much away because I know people are listening. But yeah.
So wrong with you, Ingram Jones?
Yeah. I spoke to Ava Knight about it once. And she was like, I don't really see myself being good at something like that. I said, Ava, you undervalue yourself too much. She's got a great personality. So, yeah. What was I going to say to you? So, I can't remember what I was going to say. But, so your final thoughts on tonight. The weigh-in, I think, is going to be key. Bo, don't you think?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think they better have high security at their weigh-in.
They better have high security at a press conference.
I'm more concerned with the weigh-in because that's when they get right up in each other's face. That's when they get right up in each other's face. I'm more concerned about the weigh-in.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I'm telling you, Deontay, as much hate, and because Deontay, he has, like, Severn has built up hate, but Deontay has hate. He has disappointment, and he has people on his back. He has so much frustration on him right now that he just, like, he's angry, he's upset, he's pissed off. He has a lot going on in that head of him.
Let me ask you a question in terms of this. Do you think Deontay Wilder is actually an A-side fighter?
It depends on who he's fighting.
When I say that, I mean in the sense that if he were to lose, would it mean more than if he were to win at this stage of his career? Or is he just a pain in the ass now by the powers that be?
I think he's a pain in the ass now. Because, okay, put it like this: there is a machine, albeit not a big one, but there is a machine behind Deontay Wilder, and that machine is only there because of the possible money that can be made if he fights a Tyson Fury or a Anthony Joshua. Okay, and that's an American machine, right? All the American fighters we have, Deontay is the best of the lot. Now that's not really saying that much if you want to actually go there. Okay, we had what, Charles Martin, but we know Deontay Wilder is better than him. We had Big Baby Miller. Deontay Wilder is probably better than him. Joe Washington, but he's better than him. So none of our American fighters are better than Deontay Wilder. So many people feel he's just the top heavyweight by default, because we don't really have no great American heavyweights. Okay, and it's not his. It's and then too, let's just keep it real. Americans don't really support our own like that no more. Like you guys will say, hey, Kell Brooks can't beat Earl Spence, but I'm going to support him. America don't support like that because it's different. American fans are just different. Like we will not support our own like that. So it's a lot. Like I said, me and you had this conversation before. It's a lot, but at the end of the day, I think Wilder is his right hand is the only reason why people always give him a chance in a fight, because it is such a devastating right hand. However, if he this is why if he fights Tyson Fury, Fury beats him, because Fury, if he gets himself back right, has the skill set to offset that right hand to where it's nullified. Then what do you do when someone does that?
You counter.
Yeah, but Deontay Wilder doesn't know how because he's right hand happy.
Okay. The other thing is, in terms of the two main key components, James Bashir coming on board with Stiverne and James Prince. How do they both fit on the chessboard?
Well, I think Prince gives him some security as far as having a guy that he like Jay Prince has that. Look, Jay Prince is a street hustler. Jay Prince is a street guy. Okay, Jay Prince is that dude that we say, look here, man, I need that to happen, man. You want it to happen? By any means necessary, I get it done. He's that guy. I think having James Bashir, just having a trainer with that much knowledge, the ability to tell you what you need to do, adjust on the fly, give you the proper, correct instructions to help you win a fight, but you have to still carry him out. I think that helps him because now he has someone that can actually help contain his anger so it don't get out of control during the fight.
Okay. I'm going to give you a little taste of something that somebody said. Somebody said.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see what that somebody said. Let me get it for you. Let me find it if I can find it. Let me find it for you. I'm not telling you who said it, because if I tell you who said it, I get myself in a lot of trouble. I tell you what, this is a pick and fight. Hunger, unyielding desire will take center stage in this one.
It's a pick 'em fight. I don't think I would say a pick 'em fight, but I would agree with everything else. I definitely would agree with everything.
I can't tell you who said it. I can't tell you who said it.
You can't see what?
I can't tell you who said it, but trust me, the person that said it carries a lot of weight.
I don't agree with it being a pick 'em fight, but I do agree with everything. I do agree with everything.
This person has been in both camps. This person has seen both guys training.
Yeah, of course. And you know what? You can do that. And then come fight night, guarantee you someone is going to do something outside of what they did in training camp.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
But Fada did it. I remember talking to Breadman, and he said he was down there with Fada training with Virgil Hunter. And what you saw him do in the first round is not what they worked on.
Do you know how I feel about this fight with Wilder Stiverne? Too. The same, you know what feeling I got? It's that same feeling I got when Holyfield fought Tyson the first time round.
You felt like Holyfield was going to beat him?
Man, I won a lot of money, and I went and got my nice gold gum shield to box with. I won a lot of money that night.
Let me ask you this: have you ever felt like that before and it was wrong?
No, not like this. Not this kind of feeling. No. Not this kind of feeling. No, not this kind of feeling. I was only the other day. I looked at Liam Cameron when he fought Sam Sheedy, and he was an underdog. People didn't expect him to win the fight. When I looked in Sheedy's eyes, I said, I looked in this guy's eyes and thought, this guy's going to win this fight. He's going to cause the upset. And everyone around, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. He's too cis. Don't think right. He's not intelligent.
Well, I actually picked Holyfield to beat Tyson, and everybody thought I was crazy.
And people look at the Bobby Ches fight. Look at the Holyfield that fought with Bobby Ches. In fact, I'm going to go and look. I'm going to sit down and watch that video to watch tonight on my big screen. Holyfield, Bobby Ches, before he fought Tyson.
Right. Well, here was the thing, and I told everybody, listen, I told Holyfield to win because Tyson has gone in total. In the last 3 fights he had, he's going a total of no more than, I think it was like 6 or 8 minutes out of 3 fights. Now, I said this. Holyfield, although he might not have been fighting the top guys, but he was still fighting guys that was good enough to give him work. Tyson had nobody to give him work. And we all know Holyfield is a dog. You're not just going to run him over. You're not going to intimidate him, and he can take a punch. What is Tyson going to do when he hits Holyfield with his best and he's still there? I'm picking Holyfield to win, and I told everybody that.
I think Stiverne's going to come out and fight like he fought in the amateurs. That's how I think he's going to fight Wilder. The way he fought Price and the way he fought Helenius. That's the only way he can beat Wilder. The only way he can beat Wilder. Busy. Don't give Wilder a chance. Stay on Wilder's chest. Don't allow. As long as he stands mid to close range of Wilder cannot beat him. Wilder needs that long range to get that long right hand off. He needs a range to step back and get the right hand. He needs to be inside the right hand and inside on Wilder.
So basically what you're saying is he can't let, like in the first fight, he let Wilder stay on the outside and Wilder was throwing that jab.
Yeah. Can't do that. Do that. And one of the reasons why I couldn't get
I agree with that.
So if he's inside the right hand, if he slips inside the right hand, if you can get inside the right hand and work the body, that's where you need to be. Inside the right hand and work the body. Once you're inside that right hand, once Stiverne's able to get inside the right hand or get inside the jab, it's trouble. It's trouble.
And I agree with that.
Absolute trouble. I said this when before Ward fought Kovalev. As long as Ward stays on the inside,
hell yeah.
I said against Takam, against Joshua, I said as long as Takam can get on the inside and don't stay on the outside. Look at when Takam got himself into trouble, even though it was a poor stoppage. Look when Takam got himself into trouble.
Well, you know what else too? I'm gonna tell you something. What Jermaine Smith also needs to do is Wilder likes to go straight back. Side to side. He goes straight back. Whenever Wilder takes a step back, throw punches at him because he'll continue to take a step back.
And the other thing is,
he doesn't have when he gets on the rope, he doesn't know how to grab. He just puts his hands up.
And he doesn't know how to block a jab up to this day. Have you ever seen Wilder block a jab?
I saw him do it.
Maybe he pulls his head back and he pulls his head back and he pulls his chin in the air and he pulls his head back.
Yeah.
He uses reflexes.
Yeah, he tries to use his athleticism.
Remember, this is a man who hasn't gotten better. He's a man who's been injured. I keep saying, The man who's been injured, and
Who?
10 months off. Wilder.
Yeah, how long ago was that injury? Wait,
Which
man, how many
injury?
times he been injured?
Which injury are you talking about?
I've only known him to be injured one time. He was injured before?
I'm talking about there's the hand injury he had.
Okay.
And the shoulder injury.
What shoulder injury?
He was injured. His shoulder was injured as well, wasn't it?
No, I don't remember. I mean, was that before Bermane Stiverne?
I think he had corrective surgery even on his hand, or he
No,
broke his hand in the Stiverne fight.
I know it was his hand and sometimes his hand and his bicep or something.
Bicep. Yeah, his bicep. Yeah, his bicep.
Yeah, and yeah, right. They were injured. Yeah, and that's when he came back and he fought Gerald Washington. But honestly, I think that's why I wish he would have fought Bermane Stiverne after that, because I don't know because he fought Gerald Washington and he only hit him once.
And then he went. Didn't he get injured again after the Washington fight?
No, he just didn't fight. That's why I'm concerned, because I still don't know how healed is your hand, because the only fight you had was Gerald Washington, and you only used it, and you only threw the right hand maybe one time, once or twice. So how, you know what I'm saying? He could very well injure his hand in this fight with Stiverne.
I know. Well, all if buts and maybes. Tomorrow's gonna be the presser. He said Stiverne he told me, watch out for the presser. He says he's got something for all the media tomorrow at the presser. So I'll be interested to see what he is at the presser. He's got. I don't know what he's got at the presser, what he's unveiling at the presser. But I think there's gonna be some more stories coming out. I think I expect explosive presser tomorrow, full of laughter, and I think it's gonna be very explosive tomorrow anyway. So, any final words, Mr. Bo?
No, man. Spoko is ranked number 8. Duhopper's ranked number 10. Washington ranked number 10.
Yeah, that's right. From the Wilder Weekly and the Al Heyman greatest hits of world rankings.
Well, he learned from Eddie Hearns.
That's like talking about Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Sorry. No, I can't say that because I like what Al Heyman's doing. And I like what Eddie's doing to an extent. An extent. I don't know how much of an extent, but to an extent, I like what Eddie's doing. Right. I'm out of here. Make sure you take a look at the video, Bo.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I just saw you there. I see you, brother. And make sure you see the videos, and let me know what your thoughts on the workouts. And you tell me if you think it's going to look sharp or not.
I'm gonna watch them. I'm watching both of them now. They got Wilders up here and Bermane Stiverne. I'm watching both of them.
Okay. All right.
All right, man.
Let me know what you think.
Will do, brother.
Good night, everybody. Take care.